Hello, thank you for joining. This is the second video in the tutorial on how to set up Ultimio with BuddyBoss. Um, what you see in front of you is Gridpane. I've already created an account. So it suggests you have already done this and also set up an account on Vultr as well and have your domain provider logged in and ready to go. I'm using GoDaddy. I'm utilizing a domain that I've had lying around that I'm not using, earnlearnscience.com, and we're going to be setting up the DNS records through the tutorial. So I have those set up, and let's go back to Gridpane. Gridpane is where we're going to set up the Vultr server. So I click Vultr here. It's going to have us actually add a Vultr account. So it's going to ask for a token. If we click this button here, pretty much goes through how to set up adding that token. Going to vultr.com, we have to add these IP addresses. So we go back to Vultr and click API, takes you to this page here. And we need to add the IPs to allow Gridpane to access Vultr. So I'm going to copy those here real quick. So I'm going to copy this. Let's go back here, paste it, click add. You could just put 32, click add. And let's go back, copy the other one, copy that, and we're going to put that here, 32. So once those two are there, we can copy this API key, go back here, we can actually paste ours in, and then we can go back to the servers page, click Vultr, and voila, we can actually create our server on Gridpane. So I'm going to call the name of my server, the name of my domain, Unlearned Science. If I can spell it correctly. And then we're going to choose the one I suggested, which is the 4 gigs, 2 CPUs, which is the base. New Jersey, Nginx is the only option. Percana is the fastest MySQL right now. I'm going to uncheck the backups because we don't really need it. And I'm going to create the server. So it's giving me credentials to use. This is what Gridpane is providing you to log in the server that you just created. So we're just going to open up Notepad here and just paste that in there because you only get it once. And let's close that. And as you can see at the bottom here, it's actually building the server. All right. If we go back to Vultr, go to products and refresh, you can see it actually being built here. Okay. So it's very convenient to use Gridpane because they handle it. It says it's active now. It's now provisioning. So once this is completed, we should be able to set up the server. In the meantime, I'm going to copy this IP here. This is the IP to the server. And I'm going to go back to Domain Manager for GoDaddy. And I'm going to essentially add an A record for that so that we can point unlearnscience.com to that server. So you're just going to create an A record. We're going to say the host is @ which represents this domain. And we're going to say it points to that IP address for the server. And we're going to click save. Okay. We're probably going to give that some time, and that should propagate. This should propagate to the server whenever GoDaddy propagates it. So let's go back to Gridpane. This is still provisioned. It's probably going to take a while. In the meantime, if you go to sites, you should be able to see the server pop up here whenever it's ready. In the next video, we're going to go over how to set up the site after the server's been provisioned. Thank you.